Good morning, one and all, and once again, welcome to Pankaj's Astronaut Tutorials. And in this today's video, perhaps the video number 10, and this in this video, I'm going to deal with exercise 12 of the chapter functions from the David Reyner's book, and I will continue with where I had left in the last video. And if I can tell you that in the last video, I had completed up to question number 17 from exercise 12. So in this today's video, I am going to start from question number 18. Okay. And this is that question number 18. So we have 18, 19, 20, and then 22. In this 22, we have a lot of questions, sub questions. Okay. So let us try our level best to complete this entire exercise in this video itself. Okay, so without wasting time, let us get started with, right? So here we go, and question number 18 I'm starting with. Question number 18, right? Now question number 18 says that it's L of x is equal to 4 minus x divided by 3 and then plus 2. Okay. Now the main question remains the same. That is, you have to find the inverse of this function. Okay. So right up to 22, question number 22, you have to do the same thing. You have to find the inverse of this function. Okay. So as discussed earlier, okay, like up to 17, we did so many questions in the last video. So same way we are going to continue. So let me take this L of x as y. So I write y is equal to 4 minus x upon 3 plus 2. Okay, now my job is to make this x a subject. So first I'll take this 2 onto this side, so it will become y minus 2. This will be equal to 4 minus x upon 3. Then I'll take 3 onto this side. Okay, so that will make me 3 bracket y minus 2 equal to 4 minus x, right? And then I'm going to take x on this side, that will make it plus x, and 4 is here itself, and this 3 into y minus 2 I'm bringing on this side. Okay, so this is all known as transposing from right to left. Okay, so when you do that, the positive and the negative sign gets changed. Okay, so now these all things you must have studied in your basic maths, okay, in that directed numbers and all that stuff. So I'm not going more in detail, and I'm trying to make you only understand this, how the inverse of a function works, right? So now you can see that x has been made the subject. Now next step is you have to swipe the variable. So instead of x, I'll put y, and instead of y, I'll put x. So I'm getting this, and this y is nothing but my f inverse x. So I got my f inverse x, and the answer is 4 minus 3 times x minus 2. Okay, now let me check the answer. 4 minus 3 times x by 2. Okay. Okay, let us work out this a little bit. So this has to be 4 minus 3x plus 6. That is 4 plus 6 is 10 minus 3x. Okay, so 10 minus 3x is the inverse function that we wanted. Okay, so that was question number 18. Now let us move on to question number 19. Question number 19 says that m of x is equal to, it's 2x minus 1 upon 4. 2x minus 1 is in bracket, and then there's a minus 3 over here, and the whole thing is divided by 5, right? Okay, divided by 5. So as usual, let us take this m of x as y. So y will be equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 4 minus 3 whole upon 5. Now this 5, should I take it there right now, or yeah, I can take it right away. So this will give me 5y, this 5 I'm bringing here. Okay, 5 into y is 5y equal to 2x minus 1 upon 4 minus 3. Okay, now here I'm going to take LCM. So 5y will be equal to 2x minus 1 minus 4 things are 12 upon 4, right? Now again this 4 I'm going to take here. So 5 4s are 20y will be equal to 2x minus 1 and then minus 12. This works out to 20y equal to 2x minus 13, right? And minus 12 minus 1 is minus 13, right? Okay. Now what I'll try to do is make x the subject. Okay, so 20y plus 13 will be equal to 2x. This will make me write this way: x equal to 20y plus 13 whole divided by 2. Okay. Now once you have reached here, all you have to do is you have to write the x and the y variables. Okay, so let us do that. Okay, so this x and y variable I will interchange right from here. So I'll make this x as y, this x I will make as y. So y will be equal to, and this y I will convert it into x. So 20x plus 13 upon 12. Sorry, 2, not 12. It's 2. Okay, so this is your f inverse of x. The answer for the 19th question is 20x plus 13, okay, divided by 20x plus 13 divided by 2. Okay, so that's the answer. That was question number 19. Okay, now let us move on to question number 20. Am I right? Okay, so question number 20. Now question number 20, slightly out of screen. Okay, question number 20 says that your f of x, this one, okay, your f of x is equal to is 3 times 10, okay, minus 2x. Okay, 3 times 10 minus 2x, and wait a second. Okay, 3 times 10 minus 2x whole divided by 7. Clear? Right, that's the question. Now, as usual, let us take y is equal to 3 times 10 minus 2x for 7. Now 7 I'll take here, so 7y will be equal to 3 times 10 minus 2x. So 7y will be equal to 10 3s are 30 minus 3 to the 6x. Okay. Now I'll try to make this x the subject. So 6x equal to 30 minus 7y. So x will be equal to 30 minus 7y divided by 6. Now let us write x and y. So y will be equal to 30 minus 7x upon 6. So this is your answer for the question number 20. Okay. Now I think there is some ambiguity in the textbook. The answer given for this particular question behind at the end is 7x minus 30 upon 6. This is the answer given in the book behind. Now this answer is possible if there is a minus somewhere over here in the question. That is, suppose if there is a minus over here in front of 7 or in front of minus 3. Okay. But that is not the case. I have seen the question not many times and I couldn't see any minus over there. So if there was a minus, then this would have been answer. But it is not a minus. If it is not a minus, I cannot see any minus over there. And I will not put either a minus over here in my question here. Okay. So according to this, if this is the question, this is the answer, not this one. Okay. But for your information, I'm telling you, behind the answer given is this, which is possible only if the question has a minus somewhere over in the numerator or in the denominator. That clear? So that was question number 20, and now moving to question number 21. Okay, so this is our question number 21, right? So coming to question number 21. Okay. So let us see what question number 21 has to say. Question number 21 is g of x is given to you as x upon 4 plus a 6 divided by a 5 whole thing in a bracket and plus 7. Okay, that's the question. So as usual, take this g of x as y. So y will be equal to x upon 4 plus 6 upon 5 and then plus 7. Okay. First, I'll do one thing. This 7 I'll take on this side. So it will become y minus 7 equal to x upon 4 plus 6 upon a 5. This will be written as x plus 6 4s are 24 upon 4 and there's upon 5. Now this can be written as x plus 24 upon, it's 24, 25. It's 24 upon 4 into 1 upon 5, right? This can again be written as x plus 24 upon 5 into 4 is 20. So y minus 7 is equal to this. So far we have reached. Now let us take this 20 over here. So this will lead to 20 times y minus 7 is equal to x plus 24. Okay. So I want to make this x the subject. So 20 times y minus 7, okay, minus 24 will be equal to x. So x has been made the subject now. Now all I have to do is write the variable. So my y will be equal to 20 times x minus 7 minus 24. This is my f inverse x for the question number 21. Okay, so that's the answer for this. Now this, if you want, you can still work out further to make it 20x minus 7 into 20 is 140 minus 24. This is 20x minus 140 and 24 should be 160. 20x minus 160. Right? So you can work out the question in this way also. 20x minus 164. Or you can leave up to here also. Okay? Not an issue. Okay. So this is your final answer. 20x minus 164. This is your f inverse of x. So question number 21 is also done. And now you are coming to question number 22, the last one of this exercise. Okay. Now this question is really very interesting. Okay. And for this question, I'll have to use my document camera as well. So give me some time. Okay. Second. Just stay with me. I'll be with you. Okay. There's my calculator over here. Now, fine. Let me take my distance. Working. Okay, fine. Fine. So, Right. So we are on question number 22. Okay. Now, in this question number 22, if you see carefully, it's question number 22. Okay. This one, right? A calculator has the following function buttons. Okay. So on the calculator, these are the buttons. Okay. So which you will have to use. So you have to use this x square button, root x, 1 by x, log x, okay, ln x, sin x, cos x, tan x, and you have this x factorial that you have to use. Okay, so these are the buttons which you will find on the calculator. Okay, and these are the questions. Okay, so what is the question? First try to understand that. Find which button was used for the following input output given here. So for the first sub question A, the input given is 1 and then 1 0 3 zeros, 3 more zeros. So 1 and 6 zeros, arrow mark 100,000. Okay. Now this is the input and this is the output. The question asks this: what button, what function button is used so that when you press that input button and when you put this value for x, you will get answer as this one. Okay, so let me tell you this. These are the buttons given here. Okay, so I will first take you to the document camera and I'll show you. Now, can you see this is a calculator? Just make it direct. Yeah. Now you can see this calculator. Now what I'm going to do is I'll on this calculator and you can see it is on right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press one button and put the input value in that function. So right now I'm pressing this square root ka button. Can you see this square root button? See, I'm pressing this. So on the screen you can see there's a square root sign coming. Okay. In that I'll be putting 1 and then 6 zeros. 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6 zeros. Okay. So this is the input, that is 1 and 6 zeros, that is 10 raised to 6 output. And the function button that I've used is square root. Okay. And let me check what is the answer. And the answer that I'm getting is, you see, equal to okay. I think this thing has hung up my document camera, but here you are getting the answer as 1000, right? So anyways, so I'll explain you here itself. So when you on the calculator, if you press this particular button, square root, okay, and if you put this as your input, okay, so square root x ka button, right? So what you are doing is square root of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what you are doing. Okay, so the function is square root. Okay, and when you press equal to button, the answer you are getting is 1000. So this is your output and this is your input and this is your function, that is square root. Okay, so the question is what button you will press to get this input and this output for A. So your answer has to be, the function should be root x. Okay, let me see here, root x, this one. Okay, so this is the answer. And you can write the reason: because root of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you do this, you get the answer as 1000. This is the reason why this particular button you are pressing. So that's the question. So try to understand the question now. Okay. Okay, now I'll be not showing you the calculator every now and then, but then you can understand that this is that button that you have to press on the calculator. Now going to B. Okay, B is what? It is 1000 arrow mark 3, isn't it? 1000 arrow mark 3. Now see, to handle these questions, you should have very strong basic knowledge of logarithm, log to the base 10, log to the base e, sine, cos, and tan of basic values of x. Okay, log x, how to find out, root x, x square, all this, basic things you should know. Then only you will be able to understand this question. Now here again the input is 1000 and the output is 3. Now think of a function in which if the input is 1000, your output will be 3 out of this. Okay. So for this, what strikes to my mind is log of 1000 to the base 10. To try to solve this, okay, you will get the answer as, now this 1000 can be written as log of 10 raised to 3 to the base 10. This 3 can be brought in front of this, so it will become 3 log of 10 to the base 10. And log of 10 to the base 10 is always equal to 1. So it will be 3 into 1. So that is how you get 3 as the answer. So the output is 3. Okay. And the input is this 1000. Okay. When you see this input is 1000. So what is the function that you are using? You are using the function log to the base 10. So the answer for this is, which button on the calculator you are going to press? You are going to press the log x button. See, when there is on the calculator, when there is written log, it implies that it is log to the base 10. Okay. And if it is ln x, it is written this way, ln x. This ln x is nothing but same as log x, but here in this case the base will not be 10, but it will be e. Okay. So there are two types of logarithm. Okay, this is known as natural logarithm and this is common logarithm. Okay, so in common logarithm the base is always 10, so that is written as log of x in general. And when the base is e, then that particular logarithm is written as root of x. Okay, so these all basic knowledge you should have. So answer for this particular question is log of x. That is this one. Can you see that? That's the answer. And this function button you'll have to press on the calculator. Now, unfortunately, my document from camera has hung up. It's not working. Otherwise, I wanted to show you all these functions, on my calculator. But you can try out your own. Okay. So let us move on to C part of this question, right? Now I'll be a little fast because I'm not using my calculator even otherwise. So going to C part of the question is input is 3 and you get 6 as the output, isn't it? 3 and then 6. Now what can be the input, what can be the function whose input will be 3 and the output will be 6? Okay. So think over it. X square, no. 3 square is 9. Okay. What else? 1 by 3, no. Okay. Root x, no. Okay. Log x, no. Okay. Ln x, no. Okay. Sin x, no. Cos x, 6. Okay. Is it 3 to 6? C wala? We check it once again. C is, yeah, it is 3 to 6. Okay. So ln x, no. Sin x, no. Cos x, no. Tan x, no. Okay, this particular thing, can you see this function? This is known as x factorial. Now let me tell you what is this x factorial. X factorial ka meaning is you have to take this x and multiply by a number just before that x, then multiply by a number just before that is x minus 2. That way you keep on going till you reach 1. Okay, I'll give you one example. Suppose 5 factorial. The meaning of this is you have to take first 5, multiply by a number just before 5, that is 4. Then multiply by a number just before 4, that is 3. Then 2 and then 1. So you have to go in the reverse order till you reach here 1. Okay. Same way, if you take 3 factorial, it will be 3 into 2 into 1. Right? Now if you work out this 3 into 2 into 1, it will be 6. Okay. So your input is 3, your output is 6, and this is your function, that is factorial. X factorial is your function. So when will your input be 3 and the output be 6? It will be only when you press the function x factorial. The answer is x factorial. So on the calculator, when you press this particular button, and if you put the input as 3, the answer that you will get will be 6. Okay. So that's the answer for C. Now quickly moving to D. D is 0.2 to 0.04. Now here it is straightforward. If you do 0.2 ka square, you will get 0.04. So the function that you are using is nothing but x squared. Okay, so this is the answer. Function will be x squared, right? E is 10 input and 0.1 is the output. Now, what should be the function so that input will be 10 and output will be 0.1? Now, I think this has to be that function, 1 upon x, the reciprocal one. Okay. So, the answer will be 1 upon x. Why? Because if I put in 1 upon x, if I put this 10 as input in place of x, if I take 10, okay, so it will be 1 upon 10, then the answer that I get is always 0. So this is my output, this is my input. The function has to be 1 by x, right? Next is f. Coming to sub question f, right? Okay. Fine. So f says that f is 45, arrow mark 1. Okay. So from the functions given over here, which one will pick up? So it's very obvious that sine, I know sine of 45 is equal to 1. Okay. It's a trigonometric function. Okay. So sine of 45 is equal to 1. So this is my input. This is my output. So the function is sine x. So answer will be sine of x. When you press this button on the calculator, okay, sine of 45, you will get the answer as 1. That's the meaning of G. 0.5 to 2. So input is 0.5 and the output is 2. Now the answer for this has to be again the reciprocal function, that is 1 by x. Why? Because if I take x as 0.5, which can be written as 1 by 2, this, if I work out, this will be 2. So when I take x as 1 by 2, the input is half, my output is 2. And this happens only when my function is 1 by x. So on the calculator, when you press 1 by x, okay, for or rather 1 by 0.5, we'll get the answer as 2. H is 64, giving you an A. Now this is straightforward answer. It's a square root function, square root of x. Because when you take square root of 64, you get the answer as 8. So this is your input, this is your output. The function is square. I is 60, arrow mark 0.5. Now, if you have a sound knowledge of trigonometry, the basic trigonometry, you can do these questions quite rapidly. Sine 60 to 0.5. Now, cos of 60 is always equal to 0.5. So this is your input, this is your output. So your function has to be cos x. So this is the answer. Cos x, right? Fine. I is done. Now let us go for J. Okay. J. J is what? Is this one. Okay. 1 giving you 0. Okay. Now, what should be the function whose input must be 1 and the output must be 0? So let me tell you, log is the answer for that, because log of 1 to the base 10 is always equal to 0. So this is your input, this is your output. So the function will be log to the base 10. The answer will be log of x. Okay. For this matter, even ln of 1 is equal to 0. So not only log x, even here the input is 1 and the output is 0. So either you take the answer as log x or you can tell the answer as ln x. Okay. Both are the correct answers, because in both these functions, when you put the input value of x as 1, the answer, the output that you get is 0. So when you press on the calculator log of 1, you will get the answer as 0. Ln of 1, you will get the answer as 0. K. 135 minus 1. Now 135 and minus 1, let me tell you. Now if you go on the calculator and if you press this button 10 of 135, the answer that you will get is minus 1. What this means is this is the input, this is the output that we want, and the function used is 10x. So the answer for this will be 10x. Okay. Then k ke baad let us do L. L is what? 10 is the input and the output is 3628800. Now this is a huge one, right? Now this also the answer is very straightforward. It is x factorial. The answer is what? X factorial. Why? Because 10 factorial, if you work out, now this is a very huge one. You cannot work out in a normal way. Like the meaning of this is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now when you do this, okay, you should get the answer as 3628800. But you need not do this manually. You have to just press a button on the calculator, which is known as x factorial button. So this is that function button which you have to press. After pressing this button, okay, if you press 10, the answer that you will get is this. Okay, so the answer for this is x factorial. This is the function. M is what? Let us check. M is 0, giving you 1. Now cos of 0 is always equal to 1. Now I'm very quickly answering this because these are very basic trigonometric values. Okay, so everybody should have on their fingertips. Cos of 0 is equal to 1. So input is 0, output is 1. So the function is nothing but cos of x. The answer for this is cos of x. M is done with. Now M is done with. Let us come to N. Now what is N? The question 30 is the input and the output is 0.5. Okay, so I know that sine of 30 is equal to 0.5. Input is 30, this, output is 0.5, that is this. So the answer for this is the function will be sine x. Okay. O is 90 to 0. All these are trigonometric ratios which I am working with for these questions. Okay, so sine of 90 is 1, so this is cos of 90. Cos of 90 is equal to 0. So input is 90, output is 0. So the cos function is used, cos x. Okay, so answer for this is cos x. Okay, baad you have P. P is 0.4 is the input and 2.5 is the output. Okay. Now let us try this. Now let us try the reciprocal function 1 by x. Okay. So suppose I put 1 upon 0.4. What answer should I get? See, this is the input 0.4. Now if I work out this, this will be 1 upon 4 upon 10, which is equal to 10 upon 4. Now when I reduce this, this will be 5 upon 2, which is equal to 2.5. Okay. So when my input is 0.4, my output is 2.5. Can you see here? So what function I have used? 1 upon x. So the answer for this one is 1 upon x. Okay, this we have used. Q. Q says that 4 is the input and 24 is the output. Okay, 4 is the input, 24 is the output. Now here the function should be what? It should be factorial, x factorial. Okay? So the answer is the function is x factorial. Why? Because 4 factorial will be equal to 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This works out to 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24 into 1 24. Can you see? The input is 4, the output is 24. So the function is factorial. And the last one is 1 and then how many zeros? Again 6 zeros, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 zeros, and this is the input and the output is 6, right? 6. Okay, so what should be the function for this last one? R. Okay, so here also the function has to be log of x, right? Answer is log of x. I'll tell you how. Because if you take log as a function, log to the base 10, and if you take input as 10 is to 6, this can be written as 6 log of 10 to the base 10, which can be again written as 6. Now this quantity, log of 10 to the base 10, is always equal to 1. So 6 into 1 is 6. So can you see that output you are getting 6 when the input you have taken is 10 is to 6. So this is your input, this is your output, so this is the function. The answer will be log of x. So with this, we come to the end of this exercise 12, question number 22, the last question of this exercise 12, and this was the last exercise of this chapter functions as well. So we are ending with this functions chapter from the David Reyner book. I solved for you exercise 11 as well as exercise 12, each and every sum in detail for you. And that's all for today. And next video will be, of course, with some other topic, with some other chapter on maths. And same way, I'll be doing exercise problems. I'll be solving the exercise questions from the David Reyner book for you people. Okay. So goodbye. Take care, all of you. See you.